If I had the chance to invite Franz Kafka to dinner, I'd ask him questions about the meaning and intent behind metamorphosis. Since I was confused about the sudden transformation at the beginning of the story, I'd ask what inspired him to choose transformation into an insect specifically. Was it symbolic of something personal or existential? The story never explains why the transformation happens. Was the gap in context intentional to emphasize a different point, such as the absurdity in life? I think it would be fitting to ask him if he intended for Gregor's metamorphosis to be interpreted literally or metaphorically. It's confusing for readers to view the transformation as a real event, or if it is meant to symbolize themes such as alienation, depression, or self perception. It'd also be fun to question if Gregor's transformation was a punishment or a reflection of how he already felt internally. Did he really become a bug, or did the world finally see what he always was to them? Another interesting point I would like to bring up is how Gregor's incapability to speak after his transformation could be a metaphor for being misunderstood or ignored by society. I think a lot of Franz Kafka's personal issues were reflected in his writings. That being said, I'd certainly ask him if he sees Gregor as a reflection of himself or if fate is something he empathizes with. My last question for Kafka would be, how does he define freedom or identity in a world that requires conformity and usefulness? For instance, is Gregor's transformation freedom from capitalistic demands, or is it a deeper imprisonment? Although I'd love to ask Kafka about his work, I think based on his writings and biographies, his answers would likely be indirect and abstract. But I like to think by asking these questions, it would open a great discussion into the thematic depths of metamorphosis.